agus níos Seanad McDowell.
I'd like to raise a number of matters that have come into the public domain internationally over the last week. In particular, the G20 summit in Buenos Aires featured Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman being feted by the other members of the leading economies internationally. And it does occur to me that in this House that we are very much muted in expressing any views on international affairs. And when we do express views such as the Occupied Territories legislation, which I'm happy to hear is going to be debated, I hope, and finished in this House tomorrow, when we do express views, we come under huge pushback from the Department of Foreign Affairs for standing up for even the basic human rights of people. And I do believe, Leader, that we should have a debate on Saudi Arabia. And we should have the opportunity to express our disgust at the slaughter of Jamal Khashoggi in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. And that we should have the opportunity to express our revulsion at the fact that the person responsible for that atrocity is still striding the world like a colossus and being greeted by international statespeople. And the second thing I just want to say, and I think we should also make time for what is happening to the state of Ukraine, the Republic of Ukraine. It's wrong, in my view, that the Russian Federation should be actually using the fact that it built a bridge from the Crimea to the mainland of Russia as a pretext to cut off access to the ports of Ukraine. And I think somebody in this legislature should stand up and say that these things are wrong, and say to Putin that these standards of behaviour are unacceptable. And unless these things are said, and said repeatedly, and unless there are resolutions of this House condemning these things, and unless the timidity of Ivy House disappears and voices are clearly expressed on these types of issues, these thugs internationally just take acquiescence as approval. So I'd ask the leader to make time available for us to discuss these important issues. I mean, we aren't like the Skibbereen Eagle here. We are a legislative chamber in one of the member states of the European Union, and as such, we should have the bravery and the self-respect to speak our mind on these issues and collectively to condemn what we think requires to be condemned, rather than just remaining mute and watching these things as consumers of news and readers of newspapers.
Thank you.